Look at this, by the way. The Pizza del Popo.
Oh, pizza!
The future side of famous Pizza del Popo. In the early 15th century, the pizza was merely the continuation of Via Famiglia. As a result, it was most travelers few from upon arrival. The powers that be eventually decided that rather the first impression of Rome be a little bit more impressive than a muddy expanse, so they decided about it building the beautiful square it is today.
The powers that be eventually actually sounds like a quote.
The powers that be eventually. Yep.
Hey, some homeless women steal from them.
Nice.
I hate homeless women.
I want to persecute the poor.
Well, homeless women give
Get away from me.
You know, mouth functions. I don't know if we could say that on here.
Sorry,
because they're missing teeth.
I didn't mean to do that. I had a spasm.
Like Tourette's.
Yeah, kind of. Similar to it.
Awesome.
Alright. That was planned. Wait, is this a new single?
Anita?
Wait, no, we already did this one.
Yeah.
Anita did. Wait, you wanted to talk more about
influencers.
You wanted to shit on influencers.
Yeah,
for some
okay.
reason.
I don't remember what my original point was.
You were saying that there are a bunch of sellouts who go to see stuff for free and then just say it's good even if it's not.
Okay, yeah. So I think that.
And you said I don't mean to hate on this girl. I really like her, but she's a dumb idiot.
Well, I never said that.
Well, you kind of did. You said she was a sellout.
I didn't say she was a sellout.
You kind of.
I just said after they saw the Eternals, they were all saying how awesome it was. Now maybe they actually liked the Eternals. But I don't know what they're thinking internally. I only know what they say.
Or eternally.
Oh, nice. But I guess for me, the thing I think of is how many of these people actually love all these movies. And the reason I'm bringing this up even in the first place is this morning. Now this might date this kind of a bit, but this morning I saw Soups.
Let's go!
Basically say how he was going to see the new Thor Love and Thunder movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was today he was seeing it or soon, but he basically got an early pass to go see this movie.
Right.
And it doesn't come out for, I think, a month from when we're recording this. Actually, I can not wait after. Hey, is this Machiavelli?
Yeah, it is. Mac, hey!
Hey!
What
Mac
a surprise
Miller.
to see you here.
I thought you had sent for me.
Never. News of the Villa attack has spread across the city. We were certain that you were dead.
Not yet. I am still very much alive.
The Borgia must not discover that you escaped them.
Okay.
I'm confused. You said this was Mac Miller, but I don't see Ariana Grande in the background milking this guy's death. So, I've got to be honest. I don't know if this is really
I don't think this is him.
Who you think it is? Throw the Borgia captain into the scaffold to kill him.
Wow, okay.
What? I feel so bad. So bad.
She keeps bringing that up. It's calm down.
Also, didn't you breaking up with him, wasn't that one of the catalysts for him ending his life? Being serious, I thought it was.
I think he killed himself. Wasn't it 2 years after that?
Well, but I thought that they were planning to get married. He was very happy, and his life was on a good trajectory. And then this girl randomly breaks up with every single person who she's going to marry. Haven't you noticed this?
Yeah, because then she was engaged to Pete Davidson, and
and she ended that.
And then she ended that, and now Pete Davidson's been with every single woman in Hollywood now.
Guns, courtesy of the Borgia. Fortunately, I can help you.
Grazie.
While you are in my debt, perhaps you will listen to reason.
As soon as I hear some, I will let you know.
Wow.
How about you wear a nicer collar, then we'll talk. Alright, so...
Oh, let's go to blacksmiths.
You want to, find out history about blacksmiths?
I don't know anything about blacksmiths.
Every Renaissance community needed one. They made swords, locks, pans, knives, nails, and armor. In addition, architectural ironwork flourished during the Renaissance as blacksmiths began to apply their practical craft towards making art.
I'm pretty sure the pansexuals just got hard with the pans they made.
There wouldn't be pansexuals without the Renaissance.
I know.
Actually, in more ways than one, I'm actually right. Because the Renaissance also was a sexual awakening.
Yeah, that's true.
Where they started to accept things. Also, wasn't homosexuality, while not embraced during this time period, if they kind of knew it was going on, it was kind of oh, well...
I don't know specifically, but I would
The church was against it.
Yeah, if you're outside of the church, I think it was not like, we're not going to burn you at the stake level of hating it.
Ben,
Right.
It was more just kind of
now
like,
you can
oh,
survive
okay.
the journey back to Firenze.
Perhaps. But I'm not going to Firenze.
Oh.
There will be no peace until we rise up against the entire Borgia family and the Templars who serve them.
I do not recall such brave talk at Monteriggioni.
How could I have known that they would find me so quickly? That they would kill Mario?
Rodrigo surrounds himself with snakes and murderers. Even his daughter Lucrezia has been sharpened into one of his most artful weapons. But she pales in comparison to the man behind the villa attack. He is ambitious, ruthless, and cruel beyond imagining. The laws of men mean nothing to him. He murdered his own brother to take power. He knows neither danger nor fatigue. Those who do not fall by his sword clamor to join his ranks. The powerful Orsini and Colonna families have been brought to kneel at his feet. The King of France stands at his side.
Give me his name.
Cesare, head of the papal armies.
Yeah, just a
What does
second,
he
I'm
intend to
stealing
do
the
with his
treasures
power?
of this world.
What drives the man? That I still do not know. But Ezio, Cesare has set his sights on all of Italy. And at this rate, he will have it.
Is that admiration I hear in your voice?
He knows how to exercise his will. A rare virtue in the world today. Must have a drunken wager or something.
111?
Yeah.
I thought it was 101.
Oh, 101. Sorry, I misread it.
You added 10% onto that. Ubisoft just got really hard.
Oh, can we actually?
111?
Can we add more?
Add them in.
What if they release like a patch for this game, but it's just to add more?
Every square inch is a flag.
Like, what about 1,000 flags?
Assassin's Flag's Black Flag? Re-release it now.
Should we not travel by horse? Roma is quite large.
As Cesare's conquests in Romagna continue to succeed, and the Borgia grow in power, they have taken desirable areas of the city for themselves. We cannot use the stables here.
Oh, the will of the Borgia is law now?
What are you implying, Ezio?
Do not play dumb with me, Machiavelli.
Do you have some kind of plan?
I am improvising.
I still think it's suspicious that the Monteriggioni place got attacked after Machiavelli left.
Yeah, like the next day.
Yeah, literally. He's like, well, I'm actually going to head out, guys. See you later. Next day, it gets attacked.
I'd argue he seemed angry that Ezio was getting pussed, too.
He was. I think he wanted puss. Anyway, so my long-winded point I was going to make was that Soups was going to see Thor, the new Thor Love and Thunder, which, fine, you know, good for him. And the things I keep thinking about is, we all know Soups is like a hype guy, right? I mean, that's his point, right?
I mean, yeah.
He's an influencer. He hypes things up.
I don't get why everyone hates him for it, though. He
I
just
don't either.
genuinely seems happy and like.
Yeah, sure. And I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm
No,
just,
I know you're not.
I'm just saying, like, that's what he does. So to me, bringing someone like him in to go see this movie, we all know what the objective is, right? The objective is because we know he's going to be like, "Let's go!" And
What if in the first room he's like, or in the first scene he's like that?
all of a sudden, like, they're watching a movie with Soups, it's just Thor appears on screen. Let's go!
Oh, was
Oh,
it the
jeez.
scaffolder? Was that it?
I don't know.
That was it, right?
Yeah, but you're supposed to kill the captain with that.
That
Throw
wa-
the
that was
Borgia.
him.
No, it wasn't. The guy is the yellow target.
No, go back to Machiavelli. That was him.
Oh, well, okay, so you didn't throw him into it, you kicked him into it.
No, I grabbed him and I threw him. I literally did.
Well, okay, well, maybe it'll work.
I grabbed him and I pressed throw.
Okay.
I gotta know what more they want here.
Just because you kill a few guards does not mean the people will grant
What's going
access to
You are right. We need to send a signal. Wait here.
Huh.
I
okay.
threw him in. I did do it. I don't think it tells you did it until the
Till
end.
the ends, okay.
I think that was one of the problems. Okay, get out of my way with your dumb crate. Watch you is carrying the apple of Eden.
So anyways, bringing him in is just going to hype up the movie, which, yes, I guess they want. But I guess my point that I'm trying to make is, what is the point of bringing all these hype people in when we all know that it could be anything? They could show us like just a piece of poop for 2 hours, and these people would be like, yeah, because they want to go see these movies for free.
Well, I think that the problem is a lot of people... I mean, I'm not even calling him a liar. Like, I genuinely like to believe that maybe he does like all this stuff.
Sure. I honestly think he does.
So, like, for that, but there's a lot of people who call him a liar for that.
Right.
For me, I kind of think one of the points of it is to essentially get the people who just believe that person's takes all the time to side with them.
Like fans of soups?
Yeah.
The stable is now available for purchase.
After you.
For 0 floorings? Okay. Or whatever it is.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's why on our channel we try and not like everything.
Right.
That sounds weird, but do you know what I mean?
What are we not going to like today?
Man, I hate life. I hate living. I hate everything. Boy, living is overrated. I give it like a 5 out of 10.
I'd give it a 4, personally.
So we have to ride with...
Niccolo Machiavelli.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, what is going on?
I don't know, but I can't lose any health. We're trying to full sync the whole game.
We're going to full sync everything.
We did, yeah, we did. We full synced the last mission.
Yeah, we did.
So...
Yeah. Well, I think we'll full sync... I think we will full sync ones that we can do.
Yeah, I was just making that up. I was lying.
Well,
I'm a liar. Let's sync! Me, when I see the game tell me I have to play on the 3rd Tuesday of the month and watch my wife be banged by an Italian in order to get full sync. Let's go!
You excel at opening wounds, AC. But can you also close them?
Oh, you have a
I
Subject
intend
16
to
thing.
heal the sickness.
Around
and
here.
treat its symptoms.
I'll do it later.
Well, how do we know we're going to find it later? You ever think of
Let's
that?
talk openly then. Rodrigo Borgia's death would not have solved anything.
I am inclined to disagree.
Look at this city, the center of Borgia and Templar rule. Killing one man will not change things. We need to take away the source of their power.
Are you suggesting we appeal to the people?
Maybe.
Relying on the people is like building on the sand.
You are wrong. Our belief in humanity rests at the heart of the assassin Brotherhood.
He must be from your inner circle. Go, get back what he has stolen. I will wait at the Campitorio.
They only took 100. There's literally no point to get it back.
my money.
Well, why don't we just kill the guy?
That is a question. Catch the thief.
Come back here.
When you tackle him, you should kill him. One less thief in the world is one less thief to deal with.
What happens if I do this? 1 second.
You're just going to shoot him?
You're making a big mistake.
Okay.
Alright, wait for it. Oh, it doesn't let me.
Oh, I see you.
Wait, I can. I think this is a guy you recruit, by the way.
Oh,
that's why. That's why it fails. I just wanted to see what it would do.
Honestly, thieves are the best people to recruit.
True.
They have no morals. They have no values. They're worthless to society.
Look at how quickly I grabbed this guy.
They have no families to go to. There's absolutely nothing for them to lose in life. They are worthless to society. And they're the best people to hire for assassins.
Especially if they steal food.
Yeah. Pathetic.
Hey, Mac is helping me. Come on.
Attaboy, Mac. Whoa, jeez. Mac Miller just hit you.
He put his middle finger up in the air. Do you get it?
Yeah, I do get it.
Okay, I just need to know.
It's a Mac Miller song.
Yeah, is it just a reference?
Yeah, it's just a Easter egg. A plug-in.
Easter egg. The MCU shows up. The Miller Cinematic Universe. What a waste.
Mac Miller?
Like dying. It's just sad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just sad every time that happens, obviously. But
I mean, him and Avicii are like two singers that I think is really sad that they died. I mean, obviously any death is, but...
did Avicii commit, like, self?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and like he had such good music too. I mean, I don't know. It's just sad.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, not that you're saying this, but I think one thing that sucks is a lot of times they almost get convinced that, like, that's their only value.
Right.
It's like, oh, you made some good music. It's like, I don't know, it's just kind of sad that those people, you know, it's like that's the value they're given, and then outside of that, like, they have none, kind of, according to everyone else. It's kind of a wonder that you didn't see more of self-terminations of, like, movie actors and musicians and stuff, too. Like, I'm honestly shocked about Freddie Mercury. That despite everything he went through, you know, he lived out his life. I mean, until he passed. Because, like, you look at some of the quotes from him and stuff, he seems like he was one of literally the saddest people on the planet.
Right.
Like, half of his quotes are about how, like, he's lonely and doesn't, like, know who his friends are because people try and use him for stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad because you even look at people like Robin Williams and, literally my mind just went blank. Robin Williams and other people that have done that. It's not ever really the people that you would think of that self-terminate. Like, if you were to tell me, like, oh, Freddie Mercury self-terminated, I'd be like, oh, that's sad, but I can see it.
Right.
But if you were to tell me, like, oh, Robin Williams self-terminated, to me that was like a shock. It was like, what?
Yeah, especially because he had a lot of talk about not doing that.
Right.
No, I'm not calling him a hypocrite. He also had, like, a degenerative disorder that would have ruined who he was, probably, in his opinion.
Yeah.
You know, like a mind degradation. So, like, I'm not saying, like, good, but, like, I can understand why he probably felt hopeless and did that, especially after a life of depression. I'm looking for a Subject 16 thing, by the way.
Okay.
It is supposed to be on this.
Well, to me, it also brings me to a further point of...
That's what I thought it was.
I think maybe it's on something else.
Maybe. I mean, it popped up right when I showed up here.
So this game has feathers and Borgia flags.
There's only 13 feathers or something. Okay. Or like 25, I don't know. It's not a lot.
I was going to say, I forgot about the feathers in this game.
Oh,
10. Oh, that's not bad then. Well, if it's only 10, then part of me kind of wonders what's the point of it being in the game.
To remember your brother? Do you not love your brother?
I hate my brother.
Okay. I keep thinking of Revelations, where you can just, like, easily go to the next thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of brings me to my other point of, I think our society does a really good job with pointing out women's mental health, but I don't think our society, and I don't think historically society has done a good job pointing out men's health either. I think men's mental health has always been pushed to the wayside. But I would argue that, I mean, not to like that meme, you know, where Obama's granting the medal to Obama. Remember that meme?
Right.
Not to, like, do that to myself, but I think that a lot of times men also have a lot of pressure and a lot of things that are on their shoulders and a lot of expectations that they can very much easily have struggles with mental health too, and depression and other stuff like that. And the sad thing to me is society, now I think society's gotten a little better at this now, but society, historically speaking, has always viewed it as like, oh, well, just get over it.
It's weak.
You're a man.
Yeah, it's weakness.
Yeah, why are you talking about that? Just get over it. You're a man. Come on, be a man.
What I don't get about that is, isn't that kind of misogynistic anyway? Like, I think that that's actually a misogynistic thing.
Like a woman? Like misogynist?
Like I'm talking, like, treats women with a bit of disdain by saying that, too, because you're acting like women are too weak to just get over it.
Right, what painting is that, by the way?
And men are, like, stronger, and they can just get over it.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that I think it's an unintentional thing, but I kind of think it's stupid.
I think so, too.
You know, because, like, basically you're just saying, like, well, you're not as weak as a woman. Why can't you just get over it? And it's like...
It kind of is.
I mean, it's usually women who kind of act that way. Women and other men. And it's odd to me. It's like, so you're just content with, like, calling your own sex, like, stupid and weak.
Right.
And saying, like, you need 52 therapists, but, like, men don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I can renovate this thing. Let me just check this out really quick. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, and it brings me to people in history that have this. Like, for example, the most prominent one I can think of is... Oh, you have to take out the Borgia Tower to do that.
I'm just going to do that.
The most prominent one I can think of, actually, is... The Borgia Tower is all the way over there. What influence does it have over here?
I don't know, but I figure we might as well take it out and get the viewpoint, because getting a couple of viewpoints at the beginning of any Assassin's Creed game is a good way to start.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, the most prominent one I can think of is John Quincy Adams. Now, John Quincy Adams never killed himself. Or
you can say that.
He never self-terminated.
It's fine. It's just the YouTube rules are kind of weird around some of this stuff. It's fine.
Well, he never did that, but he battled depression his entire life. And to me, the most interesting thing about him is that he was, I would argue, in the top 5 for sure most accomplished presidents our countries have ever had. I'm talking in stuff outside of their presidency, but just stuff they've done in their life. I would argue he's definitely in the top 5, maybe even like top 3. I mean, if you run through his whole life, the stuff the guy did was just insane. I mean, by the age of 12, he was literally the Russian to American translator for the American diplomat to Russia. At the age of 12, he was the guy translating from the Russian emperor speaking to the American ambassador in Russia. He was the translator guy.
Right, I get that.
I was just trying to further explain this.
Thank you.
Because I'm terrible at explaining things.
Why can't I attack?
I don't know. Oh, jeez. And that was just kind of the start of his life, but I think it's just weird because he was so accomplished, and yet even when he was president, he was just so depressed, and he always battled this feeling of, I gotta do better, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, what am I doing with my life? And when he was in his 20s, he got a really bad sickness, which caused him to have to live with, I think, his aunt, I believe it was. He lived with his aunt for like a couple months. And he actually, during that time, he did a lot of writing.
Sorry, I'm not doing very well here.
That's okay. He did a lot of writing in that month. And one of the things I find interesting is a lot of his writing, it talks about his depression, where he actually goes in and cries out to God and says, why am I on this earth? Take me from this earth. I don't want to be here anymore, basically. And I don't know, I just find it interesting. And a lot of his stems from his parents, because his parents had really high expectations for him, and he always felt like he wasn't living up to them.
How do I get out of combat?
You have to press the other trigger.
Sorry, I'm not doing
That's
very
okay.
well here. I don't have, like, anything yet, and I didn't think it was going to be such a fight at this, like,
Apparently that was like a big
tower.
brawl.
And, like, for some reason I can't do air assassinations,
Maybe you haven't learned it yet.
but I did one earlier.
Oh. So yeah, anyways, with all the stuff he's done, you would think he'd be a pretty proud man. Like, look at all the stuff I did. But yet he was one of the most depressed American... Actually, I think he's probably the most depressed American presidents that I can think of. And it's like, even when he was president, he still wrote about in his journals and stuff about how he still felt like he wasn't doing enough. I don't know, I just find it interesting, and to me it kind of furthers the point of, like, male depression, where, like, even some of the most accomplished men in history still battle with depression and feeling like they're not living up to the expectations and they're not doing enough. And I guess I just don't think it gets talked about enough, is kind of what my whole point was.
It does not, and I was not ignoring your point. I was letting you make it. I accidentally killed this woman.
No, that's okay.
She reminded me of the woman at the beginning who said, no, tomorrow. Remember that lady?
I do, yeah. Whoa, jeez.
Wow. Nate's pop just exploded.
All over on my crotchular region.
Do you want some of these to wipe up?
Sure. Is this woman, like, getting hurt?
Huh?
Why is she getting hurt?
Getting what?
Hurt. We're going to leave
Did
it at
someone
hurt.
say something mean to that lady? So I will try to be to improve at the combat.
That's okay. You're better than me.
No, yeah, I don't know about that.
According to the internet, everyone's better than both of us, so...
That's true.